come around to say hello. One-on-one, I'm so fly. You took a nosedive. Careful when you play on my level. For you, it's so. Hey, hello.
Motorola Razr 50 Ultra. Flip the script.
Hello, Moto.
The vitriol in the campaign was there for everybody to see, and I don't think.
Now give me 30 seconds to respond to
No, I don't think कोई हम किसी से कम नहीं था ये. This film was हम किसी से कम नहीं. But Anand wants to come in. Coming back to you, Clyde. But Anand.
Yeah, sorry, Clyde, but 30 seconds is my forte. So if you please pardon me. No,
I need to respond to that anyway.
Yeah, the three states. So very briefly, 30 seconds on each. On UP, my condolences to the families who were bereaved of the terrible tragedy of the brutal rape and murder of the Dalit girl who said she's going to vote for BJP and was mercilessly, brutally killed. And all those Dalit activists who say that we are working for Dalit rights, they're completely silent today. It's a complete shame, crying shame, Navika. Number two, on Jharkhand, it's very clear when in US, when they were trying to explain Trump's victory, they said, look, the hidden voters have come out. Essentially, there were no hidden voters. There was the media that was hiding the voters that were out in the open. And those voters were petrified that their jobs and their livelihood would be taken up by illegal immigrants. That is what has happened in Jharkhand to sway it for the BJP and the NDA. Because if you look at, for example, even the PIL that was filed in Jharkhand High Court, it was filed by a Christian. The tribals were genuinely worried and petrified that their jobs, their livelihood would be taken by Ghusbatias, which incidentally the Congress promised free cylinders and welfare schemes to the Ghusbatias. So, who is to blame there? And finally on Maharashtra, my good friend Clyde was talking about that there is absolutely no respect for law and order. But during the Mahavikas Aghadi, there was, leave alone respect for law, there was no law and order. The police commissioner was on the run. The home minister was arrested. The Mumbai mafia was saying, "Bhai, police se keh rahe the, agar aap hamara kaam karoge, to hum kya karenge?" That was the situation. But if you, to be honest, if you look at the situation even in the poorest 5 or 7 districts of Maharashtra, and I've got just 30 seconds, it's very important. You look at Hingoli, you look at Amravati, you look at Vashim. The BJP, according to the exit polls here, is doing surprisingly well. And if it is doing very well in the areas hitherto considered rural distress, then I'm afraid the exit polls only point to one direction. Having said that, the rural distress, paradoxically, is now because of the Ladli scheme guaranteeing 1,500 rupees per month to the eligible women. Now the agriculturists are complaining of shortage of labor. So the cotton picking prices have doubled from 5 to 10 rupees per kilo because there are no people to actually pick the cotton. So that is the irony of the thing. You guarantee, money to women and you have immediate agricultural labor shortage, be that as it may. The fact of the matter is RSS on the ground working actively learned the lesson after Lok Sabha. Coupled with that, the welfare schemes, or you can call it Revdi or be that whatever you may call it, the freebies, it is ensuring BJP's victory.
And that's what the survey also shows, that schemes have worked on the ground apart from the narrative that went along. And Smita, did you see it operating in that sense? Yeah. Or do you think there's going to be a surprise on the 23rd?
There's going to be something which is happening, so which means that I disagree with what Clyde said and what Gaurav also said. There is no time to chill, because if you see the numbers which are coming up, whichever way you want to see it, whoever is going to form the government, it's going to be with a slim majority. So if it is going to be, let's presume it's going to be Mahayuti in Maharashtra simply because of the number of pollsters who are saying that. If it's going to be Mahayuti with a slim majority, it's an existential crisis for the NCP, SEP. What is going to happen with them, right? Because it's a small entity. It's going to be difficult for Uddhav also, because for him also, it's an existential crisis. Where does he go after this? Does he merge with the Shinde faction? What does he do? For the BJP, if they form, for the Mahayuti, if they form government, who's going to be chief minister? Is it going to be Fadnavis or is it going to be Shinde? It depends on the numbers that the Shinde Sena brings. And they have formed, there has been a precedent that somebody who's been chief minister can become deputy chief minister. So there also, there's going to be uthal puthal if that happens. As far as Jharkhand is concerned, here also if you see that here also, if you see, there's going to be a different kind of a scenario, because as we were talking earlier when you made the earlier program, in which you were saying that, you know, the people who were campaigning for the BJP were non-BJP people, and you see the hoardings out there. You saw Mr. Modi there, Amit Shah there, Vajpayee there, Nadda ji, and you saw, you didn't see Champai Soren, you didn't see Raghubir Das. So who's going to be chief minister if it's going to be the BJP which is going to form government in Jharkhand? And if that happens, what happens with Soren? What happens to him? That in spite of going to jail, he is unable to form a government in spite of all that.
It's much closer in Jharkhand, and Sabha. Raghubar Das is incidentally a governor, so he...
Well, don't even rule out Nishikant Dubey also.
Navika?
If there is a sweep for the BJP and you get away from the tribal model, then Nishikant Dubey would certainly fancy his chances there. So that's not the issue. The more interesting issue is if it's a close call in Maharashtra for either side, who is the chief minister of either side? That is really an issue.
We will get to that stage when we get the seat.
Unless, like your opinion poll, the exit poll, says that the Agadi is ahead, it gets a majority. Otherwise, look at the implications. I'll say one thing, the most serious implication. Congress, BJP will carry on, whatever it is. The most serious implication would be for the Uddhav Sena. Because I've never known of a Parivar family-run party being taken away by someone else. If they don't do well, we are seeing a new model in Indian politics. Can you see the DMK, some outsider is going to walk away and say, by Stalin, I'm taking all your MLAs. That's what's happened in Maharashtra with the family-run party. You think Akhilesh Yadav is the son of Mulayam Singh Yadav, the founder. Everybody, give me a model. Show me a model where this
Very important point. But before I go to that, my basic issue here is, are there going to be many slim margins in Maharashtra, which is why Smita says nobody can chill right now. And is this going to be a face-off? Because आज तो चुनाव था उत्तर प्रदेश में और अनुराग भदौरिया जी की पार्टी तो आग बबूला थी पूरी तरह से जो उत्तर प्रदेश में हुआ. अब 9 सीटों में ऐसा हुआ. There are 288 seats in Maharashtra, where because there are 6 players, 6 large players and many smaller players, will there be even narrower margins, and is that going to once again create another war of words, war with the election commission? Anurag Bhadoria ji, Uttar Pradesh में?
देखिए, उत्तर प्रदेश में जो आज हुआ वो आपने भी देखा किस तरह से पुलिस वहां पे वोटरों को रोक रही थी, और पुलिस ने अन्याय नहीं किया होता तो चुनाव आयोग 7 पुलिस वालों को सस्पेंड क्यों करता? हमारी शिकायत पे उसने 7 पुलिस वालों को सस्पेंड किया. इसके मतलब पुलिस कहीं ना कहीं अन्याय कर रही थी. ये तो आप मानेंगे कि नहीं मानेंगे?
लेकिन इलेक्शन कमीशन फेयरली काम कर रहा था, ये आप मानेंगे कि नहीं? ये आप मानेंगे?
आप सुनिए ना, मैंने यार दिक्कत, आप दोनों तरफ चलते हो. आप दोनों तरफ क्यों चल रहे हो? अभी तो आप कह रहे थे कि नहीं जो अनुराग भदौरिया की पार्टी थी उन्होंने बड़ा क्या किया. अरे हमने तो लोकतंत्र का सम्मान किया. लोकतंत्र के लिए हम चुनाव लड़ रहे हैं और लोग वोट डालने जा रहे हैं, ये उनको रोकने की कोशिश कर रहे थे. और हमें क्या, आपके एक पत्रकार जो दूसरे चैनल के, उनके साथ भी धक्का मुक्की की, उन्होंने साफ साफ दिखाया. अब तो सब कैमरे में कैद है, छुपा क्या सकता है? इस तरह से लोकतंत्र थोड़ी होता है ना. आप लोकतंत्र में पुलिस का दुरुपयोग करेंगे तो ये ठीक नहीं है, और हम समझते हैं कि आपको भी इसका विरोध करना चाहिए कि संविधान और लोकतंत्र बचाने के लिए आप फोर्स का इस्तेमाल नहीं कर सकते. अगर कोई व्यक्ति अपना आई कार्ड, अगर वो वोट डालने जाता है, वहां पे चुनाव अधिकारी हैं, चुनाव अधिकारी उसका वोटर आई कार्ड चेक करेंगे, उसको देखेंगे वो सही आदमी है कि गलत है. इसके मतलब आपको चुनाव अधिकारियों पर भरोसा नहीं है, अपने बूथ जो आपने एजेंट बनाए उन पर भरोसा नहीं है, आपको भरोसा अपने तंत्र पे. कमाल की बात है. दूसरी बात, भारतीय जनता पार्टी के लिए मैं इतना ही बोलूंगा, जो प्रवक्ता लंबी लंबी बातें कर रहे थे, जिसको कहते हैं ना बुरा जो देखन में गया, बुरा ना मिलिया कोई, बुरा जो देखा आपने, मुझसे बुरा ना कोई. तो भारतीय जनता पार्टी के प्रवक्ता के लिए ज्यादा सूट करता है. मुझसे कह रहे थे अनुप्रिया पटेल जी, क्या कह रही थी आपके साथी की, आपके एलआई मंत्री है ना, क्या बोला उन्होंने कि यहाँ कानून व्यवस्था एकदम खत्म हो गई है. लोग उसमें घर के किस तरह से उस बच्ची के माँ बाप को पीटा, उसके बाप को किस तरह से पीटा, पुलिस ने वो एफआईआर तक नहीं की. वो मीडिया के सामने आके किस तरह से लताड़ लगा रही थी कि यहां कोई कानून व्यवस्था नहीं है. जीरो टॉलरेंस की बात करते थे. कहां है जीरो टॉलरेंस? है ही नहीं आपके यहाँ पे। ये मैं नहीं कह रहा हूं, अनुप्रिया पटेल जी कह रही हैं, तो थोड़े तो शर्म करो। आपकी केंद्रीय मंत्री कह रही हैं और आप आरोप मुझ पे लगा रहे हो, और आपकी कानून व्यवस्था खराब होती है तो कहते हो नहीं समाजवादी पार्टी। अरे आपकी कानून व्यवस्था गड़बड़ा रही है। अगर किसी बच्चे के साथ अन्याय हो रहा है तो आपकी कानून व्यवस्था क्या करती है मुझे बता दीजिए आप। इसके मतलब आपकी कानून व्यवस्था, आपकी पुलिस का सिस्टम फेल हो चुका है। पुलिस का